Hello everyone, this is John Manuelian, known as Linoleum by many, and this is the second part of my various features video for the Haunted Cruise pinball table. In the last video I talked about end-of-ball multipliers, room artifacts, the various random awards, and a couple other things. In this video I'm going to talk about the Specter bonus, the Sisters Multiball, and possibly touch upon Spirit Multiball. So, Specter bonuses. You can queue up Specters, and the more Specters you have queued up, you'll get a higher value, up to possibly an extra ball. And to queue a Specter, you roll over both the left in lane and the right in lane. As soon as you roll over both in lanes, you'll see a little Specter fly by on the screen, and the left hallway, the left orbit, will be lit. And if you shoot up the left orbit, you can collect the Specter. Now, you can queue up to 5 Specters, which involves not shooting the left orbit, and the 5th Specter, as I said, will give you an extra ball, or it'll give you 5 million points if you've already collected the extra ball or the game is in tournament mode. So the scoring is as follows: 250,000 points for the first Specter, 600 points for 2 Specters, 600,000 points I mean for 2 Specters, 1.5 million points for 3 Specters, 3 million points for 4 Specters, and 5 million points or an extra ball for 5 Specters. Now, as I said, you can't shoot the left orbit if you want to queue up the Specters. So that also means there are some modes you just can't complete, or you need to time out. The hurry up mode uses the left orbit. If you're trying to queue up your Specters, then you can't collect your hurry up award. There is a ghost mode that involves shooting the left and right orbits alternating, and that mode you won't be able to complete if you want to queue up your Specters. There are a couple other modes that use the left orbit, but it is not required to shoot the left orbit, so you can still complete those modes. The Sisters Multiball is one of them. The Lost Boy is another one. Another thing you can't really go towards if you're queuing up your Specters is your combo shots, which involves looping around with the left orbit in your sequence. So it's a little bit of strategy as to whether you want to queue up more Specters or go for a various mode or reward that's lit on the left orbit. So I'm going to see if I can light at least 1 or 2 Specters, so you can kind of see the animation, kind of see how the award works. I do not have an animation for when you collect the award yet. I'm probably going to get that in the next couple of weeks. It's kind of low priority to get that in right now. Okay. So now I need to shoot the left and right the left and right in lanes in some way. I can potentially alley pass, which I almost did there. Or for the left in lane, I can come across that ramp that comes down into this left in lane, and either by shooting the left orbit, in this case because I don't have anything lit, I can get up there, or if I shoot up in the back, where for the AR mode, when I complete an AR mode, it'll pop it out this way to light that orbit. Of course, randomly just getting in the not the orbit in lane, randomly just bouncing around and being thrown in the in lanes also works. So I'm going to attempt to do the orbit. So now I pop out and I light the in lane, and ball save is lit. That's very nice of it. So I'm going to let ball save take over. Ball save was not lit. I found a bug. So that is something I need to fix. Right, well anyways, your in lanes do not reset when you lose a ball. So my left in lane is still lit. So, and since my door is open up there and I can complete the mode, I can shoot in that upper right, left-hand section, and oh, that's not the in lane I wanted. I wanted the other in lane. So I can try and get in that other in lane in some way, shape, or form, possibly by bricking the right orbit. Nope. It's difficult to get into in lanes on cue sometimes. On a side note, this is another video mode you haven't seen, the vortex mode. Alright, I'm going to see if I can brick that orbit. I did not. How about an alley pass? Nope. I almost lost the ball. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try an alley pass again. Nope. Third time's a charm, maybe? Nope. Alright, so I lit the left in lane, and I'm having a hard time having it purposely getting in the right in lane. Possibly when it kicks out of this left scoop, I'll be able to have it kind of roll up. No. Come on. There we go. And there's one Specter that went across. Now if I shoot the left orbit, I will collect the Specter bonus, and I will also progress towards the Lost Boy Ghost mode, because that also uses the left orbit. So I progressed the boy, and I collected the Specter bonus. I have a sound effect for that right now, but like I said, I don't have a video clip for that yet. And what do you know, I rolled over that in lane again. So now I have another Specter lit. Now all I need to do is roll over the left in lane, and I'll have two Specters queued. So the easiest way to do that in this case is to try and complete the AR mode in the upper table. This mode takes, I think, 6 hits, and I've already hit it a couple times. And I'm not going to bother. But as you saw, lighting both in lanes, Specter went across, and I was able to collect it. So that's your Specter reward. Now, the Sisters Multiball mode. Twin Sisters Multiball. This mode is all about some young ghostly sisters who are basically trying to spook and harm you. The inspiration, it was heavily inspired by Fatal Frame 2's sisters. In one of the scenarios in Fatal Frame 2, there's a house of a doll maker, and he made a doll for his daughter, but the doll ended up possessing his daughter, and now they're ghosts and they try to kill you. In this, I'm borrowing ideas from that. So there are two targets here. There's, you can kind of see them. They're orange targets, if this will ever come in focus. So those two targets are what light your Sisters Multiball mode. Let me get this back in. You hit each of those various number of times. The lights underneath will blink, and eventually you'll see something that says the sisters are lurking, or the twins are lurking. You've seen that in some of my other videos. And when it says that, you can then shoot that scoop and you'll start the Sisters Multiball mode. So in the first version of it, you have to hit those targets 2 times each. I wish I wouldn't hit the magnets all the time. That makes it a little difficult to control this thing. So even by aiming for those little targets, I end up starting the magnets all the time. So those magnets can be devious. And those magnets represent prankster ghosts on the ship. And there we go, I started the magnets all over again. Alright, there's one hit. There's another hit on the right side. Now I need to hit the left side twice. And these really aren't targets you want to aim for yourself, because they're right in the center and they are pretty deaf, as you've seen. You'll get them just in passing when going for other modes. This left target is being stubborn. There's one hit, one more hit to go. And I'm going to ignore that because I want to start the multi-ball. Alright, so as you see, it says the twins are lurking. So now, when I get it in that scoop, the Twin Sisters multi-ball starts. And this is a lower table mode. Okay, if I can trap the balls, I'll explain what's going on here. Nope. Okay, so in Twin Sisters Multi-Ball, your left orbit, your center shot, your ramp shot, and your right orbit are lit for the first phase. You need to shoot those. You need to shoot 8 shots to complete the first phase. Every time you shoot one of those shots, it will unlight, and to relight them, you shoot the center scoop. You'll hear the sisters kind of laughing devilishly, and your shots will relight. Once you have 8 shots, you then need to shoot and hit those two door knocker targets a few times. You don't have to hit each one of them a specific number of times. You just have to hit any of them a bunch of times. I think it's like 4 or 5 times each, or 4 or 5 times, I should say. And then once you do that, the center scoop is lit for your super jackpot, and the super jackpot is I believe it's either 2 or 4 times. I think it's 2 times the regular jackpot value, at which point the multi-ball will restart. It'll relight your 4 shots, and those 4 shots will start off as what the super jackpot was. Very similar to how Creature from the Black Lagoon works. So, again, once you make your rounds, and then get another super jackpot, which is now 2 times the previous super jackpot, or 4 times the regular shot, your 4 shots will relight again, and they'll be 4 times the normal shot. And you can do that 4 times. It'll get up to like 10 times the normal shot or some such. At which point it'll just cap. It's not simple to do, and it takes lots of synchronization between your ball. So that is the Twin Sisters multi-ball. And one other thing to note about that, if you have your Sisters multi-ball lit, if you want an additional ball, because typically it's 2 ball, but if you want a 3-ball Sisters multi-ball, you need to have a single warning. If you have 2 warnings, then it won't give you a 3rd ball. You have to have 1 single warning one single table warning, and then start your Sisters Multiball, and you will have a 3-ball Sisters Multiball. And you can purchase warnings from the shop if you don't want to shake the table. So that's Sisters. And the last thing I'm going to talk about quickly is Spirit Multiball. Now, it's not really programmed in very well yet. It's very buggy, so I'm not really going to start it, but I can talk about it. A Spirit Multiball involves shooting the target straight up on the right side of this video mode, right above the right flipper. That, and every time you shoot that target, you'll light a torch. Once 2 torches are lit, you can then shoot that upper back left shot that's to the left of the door that you usually shoot to complete video modes. You shoot that and it'll lock a ball. It's a virtual lock, so the ball will again pop out into the left, that left habit trail. And then you need to relight your torches again and light the next ball. You can stack Spirit Multiball, which takes place in the upper table, with Sisters Multiball, which takes place in the lower table. And if you purchase or acquire table multipliers and jet multipliers, and have your ghost mode running, and have your not your fast scoring, your runaway scoring mode running, and you can start your diamond multi-ball at that point, and you can get a whole lot of things running all at once if you really set yourself up, and you can have a crazy scoring going on. So I'm going to light a couple torches and lock a ball just so you can kind of see what it's like. So notice I trapped the ball in the upper playfield. The upper playfield was designed very carefully to allow for easy ball control for the most part. And you've seen that I can let the ball kind of bounce around and it can safely come to that upper flipper. So now I can shoot up and light a torch. And now it's safely back in my clutches on that upper flipper. There's the second torch. And I let the ball drain there just so I can get it back to the upper playfield. So I lit the second torch. So now I want to shoot next to the door, that shot to the left of the door, and it'll lock ball 1. Oh, come on, bring me up there. Alright, so I want to shoot to the left of the door. Yep, didn't make it. So can I get back up there easily? Yeah. Let's try again. Alright, now to the left of the door. There we go. And ball 1 has been locked, dematerialized, whatever you want to call it. And repeat the process for the next couple locks. Ceramic statue. Okay, this might be if I can trap the ball. If magnets, thank you. Okay, and I'm going to trap the ball just to show you. I got a ceramic statue, so if I bring the inventory up and go over to my artifacts, I have artifact number 16, which happens to be the ceramic statue. And nothing else because I haven't completed anything else. So let's see if I can light this again. And I'm just letting it bounce around up there, and it'll safely come back to my flipper most of the time. And ball 2 has been dematerialized. Managed to get up there again. Okay. And one torch is lit. Now I'm going to see if I can stack Sisters and Spirit myself. I haven't really been able to successfully do it because it takes a bit of choreography to do that. And a little bit of luck that I can make my shot properly, which I'm obviously not doing very well. Oh, it didn't happen. So that was Spirit Multiball and how you get that access, and I showed you the Sisters Multiball, and I also talked about Specters this video as well. So this is John Manuelian, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of two-part video series of a bunch of the other features in this game. There is still more in the game. I never talked about combo shots and combo scoring. That is a special mode in and of itself. And there are also a few additional modes that I mentioned, such as runaway scoring, but I haven't shown you yet, and the diamond multi-ball, but I haven't really shown you yet. So those, once I get them in, I will make little videos to kind of show you what those are like. And yeah, have a great evening and happy flipping.